bang, bang, they were going, and then you hear this boom, and it's dropping shells in the PHP.
Wow.
And Mum said they're only practicing. There's nothing happening. They're all. She knew there was something.
Yeah.
Dad came home, and the next day everybody started digging air rail shells.
Yeah.
They were very close.
Wow.
But we didn't know anything about Darwin. You know.
Yeah.
News didn't travel back then.
Yeah.
And they were living in the country, and we didn't know about it. They were up in Darwin, around there. The Japs were in our country, and we didn't know about it.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were on land and just around from Darwin there somewhere.
Right.
There's no way you can patrol all those areas.
No.
No way.
Well, we had a Dad's Army down here, and they were camped next to us at Wills Garden Road there. And they were all wealthy farmers, you know, but they had no guns and
Yeah.
they had no bullets to put in them anyway. They were walking up and down on the beach at night and had to look at spotting.
With sticks and shovels.
They had no guns. No guns, no bullets.
Oh dear.
They made the Owen gun in Lysarts in Newcastle.
Yeah.
The bloke who lived next door to me, he was in charge of the Owen gun section in Lysarts. And he brought one home a bit at a time, but they didn't make the firing pin thing.
Yeah, okay.
They made that somewhere else, and he brought it all home in Peasville. And that's when the Japs were getting close, and he got a pin made, one made to suit it so that he could fire it. But he only had it home a couple of days, and he come up to Dad and he said, "Oh, I'm going to take it." He showed it to Dad and to us. So I'm going to take it back piece by piece, he said, because it's a criminal offence to have it. And I took it back.
Were people allowed to have guns back then?
Any guns that was any good, they took them off.
Use them.
Yeah, they took them to use them.
Alright.
And we used to get 1 gallon of petrol for our motorbikes. 1 gallon a month.
Wow, that's at 5 litres.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't get the
And
lightning ridge on
20
that.
for a car.
Goodness.
But we had a market garden and we've got 5 litres for our rotary car. And we had a little old Ford, Chev Ford truck. We got 4 litres, 4 gallons a month for that. And we used to use kerosene in the old Indian because it's just about bugging one. Pretty sure.
Was kerosene rationed?
Nah, we get kerosene. So used in lamps and everything.
Did you have anything to do with gasifiers back then? You know, they used to drag a trailer behind the truck, the cars, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gas burner.
gas burners, yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with it. I knew about it.
They used to throw coal in it and everything, yeah.
Is that what
That
Dad talked
wo-
about?
The world's fastest Indian, Bert Munro. What did he say about it? Oh, he invented one to go on a motorbike. Charcoal burner on a motorbike. And he was running everywhere.
Ah.
Did you like it, Luke?
Yeah. Watched it about 17
Yes, so did my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
He laughs and
Bert
laughs.
Munro. I watched it about 2 weeks ago. My son-in-law puts it on every time I come down. We'll be looking for something on TV and there's nothing worth watching. He'll say, "Well, here we go, Dave. You put this thing on and watch it through again."
Keep me
You
entertained.
can watch it 100 times. It's real.
Have a good chuckle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a clever man. Pretty
Oh, really?
determined.
I've got 3 books. Oh, I had 3 books.
Pretty,
I
pretty
lent one to a bloke and he died. And someone took it out of the house.
Oh,
Didn't get it back.
tends to happen with books.
Yeah,
Mm.
but half of this, the first part of that house was full of books. He was a well-read man.
Yeah.
Murphy.
That would have been nice to see.
Yeah,
I
Pete,
love
she loves books. Yeah.
Yeah.
She loves reading and booking. And,
had a daughter, Sue Murphy. She's the same age as one of my daughters. It was Sue. So
Okay.
Yeah.
3 daughters. Very beautiful daughters. She's that good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why I've been good to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comes back, yeah.
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 Yeah. Ah,
Yeah, I bought a cow. I had a cow for 7 years when the kids were little. The wife never went to work. She just looked after the kids and she did a good job.
yeah.
She'd walk them to school and she'd be up the gate waiting for the bell to ring in the afternoon to bring them
Yeah.
home.
Wow.
And I had the garden. Everything come out of the garden. It cost us very little to work.
Yeah, we've lost
That's
that.
the way to
A
go.
lot of us.
Yeah. I had bees. I had 40 hives of bees with Jim O'Malley one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got 10 tins of honey, 10, 20 litre drums of honey. I took them into the agent in town, a big fat bloke sitting behind the thing, and I said, "Oh, I've got some good quality honey, good honey. I want to sell it." He said, "Well, I can tell you, there's no market, mate." He said, "The market, the guts are full now. The market's no good." Pulled a pencil from behind his ear and stuck it in me bottle of honey, and he went, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good stuff." He said, "But we've got no market anyway."
Uh-huh.
He said, "There's a third class market." And he said, "It's threepence a pound delivered to Sydney. You've got to deliver it to Sydney for threepence a pound."
Oh,
I
no.
had all these tins.
What did you do with them?
I put it in bottles and sold it, flogged it around the shops.
Oh, right.
And then I sold the bee.
Goodness.
Just a bad time now.
Yeah.
If it was now, it was worth it.
I didn't-
Oh,
yeah,
isn't it? I just watched a documentary on
Yeah.
Manuka honey.
Oh, yeah.
They are going crazy for that stuff. It's
Yeah.
worth a fortune.
What's
And
that?
the Japanese are into it now as well. They're exporting it all over the place.
What's
Hospitals
the
are using
difference between Manuka and normal honey?
it.
different type of
Manuka is
bee?
a different tree. It's a,
Oh,
it's a
specific
very
tree.
specific
Ah,
strain of.
The flower.
It
or
looks
the-
like a tea tree, you know,
Okay.
with the little pink flower on it.
tea tree.
Oh, it's not tea tree, but it looks like tea tree.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
the flower that comes on it.
Tea tree's bad honey.
Some sort of leptospermum or something.
The broadleaf tea tree has got, it's almost green, dark green, the honey.
Yeah.
And the bees will eat you when they're on it.
Oh.
Same as citrus. You put your bees on citrus and
Angry.
they get angry. It affects their throat. It's
Really?
must be coarse. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
they'll eat you.
Goodness.
I took all mine up to Madawi and put them in an orange orchard, not knowing it. And I found out they were nice, well-bred bees. I used to buy them for 10 shillings for a queen bee and then build a nucleus hive up there.
Wow.
It was interesting. As the wife said, it's another one of those expensive hobbies. I had to go at everything. I had an orchard. I got a box of rotten peaches, and I let them dry out, and I cracked every one and took the kernel out of the middle, and I laid them on a seed bed, some nice soil, and then I put 4 inches of grass over the top of them, an inch of soil and then 4 inches of grass, and burn it off, and they all come up.
Oh.
And when they got about as thick as my finger, I went out to the bloke out at Warners Bay. He has this particular Fairfax peach, and it's not a real tasty peach, but it come in early before the fruit fly, and so I went out there when they got big enough to bud them. I went out and cut a limb off his tree over the fence, hanging over the fence. I climbed up, and cut a bit off it.
So just use yours as
I
rootstock.
grafted each one of them, all these trees, and they were all the same as that at Fairfax.
Wow.
So you just use the ones you'd grown as rootstock.
And then I put overhead watering over all my trees, and the first crop I got 28 shillings a case for them, which was good money in them days.
Yeah.
And the second year I went to more, I sprayed them all with urea and thinned them out, and had beautiful peaches, and I sold them. And then the third year we come home from the club one night, and we've been at the club, my wife and I, and I heard this hell of a noise down the back, and it's flying foxes had found them.
Oh no.
All gone.
Every year they just come and like, just
Oh.
knock them off. They don't eat them, they only bite one here and there.
Yeah.
And they just got a hook on their wing and they just knock them all off on the ground.
Pests.
Strange
That's
behaviour.
what-
Now they're protected.
You can't touch it.
Ridiculous. Terrible.
Yeah, no, we had trouble with him up there. He had a few fruit trees, but now he's just got a nursery now, just wholesale plants,
Yeah.
indoor shrubs,
Oh,
not fruit.
No, when they had the orchards here, and a lot of orchards around Dudley and Boo, and the farm, like Dad and all people that had the orchards used to get together and they'd get out every night and they'd shoot, they hang from one tree to another and they'd shoot the two outside ones, and then there'd be 2 or 3 blokes on the ground with clubs go along and kill them all. And the next day it'd take them all day to burn them, and they did that day after day. We
Wow.
still didn't hit them,
Didn't look
Goodness me.
but they saved their crop.
Yeah. I wonder why they're protected now. There's still plenty
She'll
of
see
them.
them every night down there. Yeah. She'll bring hundreds of them.
Yeah. There's hundreds of them up where Steve's parents are too in Mullumbimby. You can see them at night. Every night they're flying around.
the clouds of them.
My brother's daughter lives at Mullumbimby.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's her
Okay.
married name?
I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
She was a bull. She was
Yeah.
Elaine Bull.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
she
yeah.
worked in the pub up there. She was a
Yeah.
barmaid in the pub. Wasn't she?
Yeah, I lived there for 20 years. All my family's
Yeah.
still up there. Yeah, family.
The husband's an electrician. Ross is his first name.
Oh, yeah, well, that's, yeah, Ross
Yeah.
Electricals, or what do they call it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's
Wow.
a small world.
It is.